his own day being on display. First game as a Ranger, Puerto Rico natives, Pudge Rodriguez and Carlos Delgado, welcomed by the home folks. And Hall of Famer Orlando Cha-Cha Cepeda throwing out the first pitch. Top of the first, A-Rod's first at bat as a Texas Ranger. A-Rod would later score on a Rafael Palmeiro double, and it was 1-0 Texas. Bottom of the second, first ball hit to A-Rod. Here's a guy who made only 10 errors all of last season. Carlos Delgado is safe on the error. Bottom three, A-Rod hoping to redeem himself. He said he'd rather go 0 for 4 at the plate than make an error. He got a homer Bush. Bottom four tied at 1 man aboard, 2 outs. Tony Batista has just left the building. 2-run homer and the Jays stake to a 3-1 lead. Bottom 7, it's 4-1 Blue Jays, and it's Shannon Stewart. Up the middle, A-Rod will slip and fall going for the ball, and there's a good reason for it. Stepped on his shoelace. Jays score 4 runs in the inning, and the Rangers get roughed up on opening day. 8-1. Rick Helling takes the loss. Esteban Loaiza is 50.
Just love it when the big league schedule sends you rhyming games. This is Carlos Delgado off Paul Wilson, and that's high. His first homer of the year. Blue Jays down 1, 5-4. Top 7 tie game. Delgado, Doug Creek. Delgado has the paddle. A 2-run homer. Delgado's second of the night. It's 7-5 Blue Jays. They then squander the lead and go to the 8th. Down 8-7. Tony Batista. The man just broke his bat, and he's still at a home run. That is ludicrous. Game's tied at 8. Batista's second homer of the year. Rob Mondesi untied at 9th with a 2-run shot, and then Delgado off Ken Hill. He goes to the well 3 times. Blue Jays win at 11-8. Delgado 3 for 5. The 3 cranks, 4 RBI. Buck Martinez does some serious managing, letting his team hit 5 homers. Third 3-homer game of Delgado's career. Vinny Castilla hit the longest homer in Tropicana Field. Hit it off Joey Hamilton. Hit a 4.
Top first, no score. Alex Gonzalez on first. Brian Ricard facing Raul Mondesi. Mondesi, the routine fly. Ben Grieve can't make it. Gonzalez all the way to third. Mondesi to second. Error on Grieve, who, by the way, the D-Rays acquired from Oakland this offseason. Now, after intentionally walking Carlos Delgado, Brad Fulmer with the bases loaded. Fulmer, the grounder to third. Vinny Castilla can't backhand it. Ball goes past Castilla. Gonzalez scores. So does Mondesi. 2-0 Blue Jays. Error on Castilla. Blue Jays score 4 in the first, all unearned. More bad D from the D-Rays in the second. Mondesi batting with a runner on third. Hits one back to Ricard. Can't field it. Bobby Smith's throw is wild. 5-0 Blue Jays. Errors given to both Ricard and Smith. D-Rays commit 5 errors on the day. Chris Carpenter was cruising, facing Steve Cox. Freezes him. 8 shutout innings for Carpenter. Blue Jays take it 11-0. Carpenter allowed 4 hits, struck out a career-high 11 in 8 rather. He improves to 5-1 lifetime against the Rays. Blue Jays face the Yankees tomorrow.
The undefeated, untied world champion Yankees opening a 3-game set with the Blue Jays. Christian Parker making his major league debut, and Carlos Delgado's his debut this. That's awfully high. Parker not pleased with that. Delgado's 4th of the year. 2-zip Blue Jays in between innings. Mel Stoudemire's kid. Don't throw the fat ones to the good guys. Top 4th, 1-zip. 1 on, 4-zip Blue Jays. Make it 6-0. Jose Cruz Jr. with the homer. Parker would leave after 3 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned runs. Still top 4, Delgado. Another one. This one, Carlos Almanzar. Delgado's 2nd of the night, 5th of the year. He's got 11 ribbies for the season. Blue Jays win it 13-4. Jays win the first of 19 meetings this season with the Yanks. Delgado, who walked twice and was hit by a pitch.
Would it work? Well, it works here against Derek Jeter, who's back, and Chris Mahalik says, sit down. He strikes him out in the first inning. Blue Jays up 2-0, 2 on, nobody out in the 5th. Ronald Mondesi up, lining it off El Duque. Chuck Knobloch, though, makes the nice sliding catch, and nobody advances. But 2 batters later, they will. Brad Fulmer singles in into left field. Shannon Stewart will score. Jays up 3-zip. Same score in the bottom of the 9th. 1 on, nobody out. Jorge Posada off Billy Koch. That's a 2-run home run, his second homer of the year for Posada. Yanks down 3-2. 2 out, 2 on now for Jeter, and there it goes bye-bye. Mihalik gets his first major league win. Jays take it 3-2. And like Rudy, Mihalik said he too was often told he would never make it. After spending parts of 9 pro seasons with 7 organizations, Mihalik shut out the champs on 4 hits and 5 1/3.
Jays pounded the Yanks, but good in the first 2 of the weekend series. This is game 3, bottom of the first, 2-0 Yanks, and the bases are chucked for Jorge Posada. Tiger Woods and Arnold Palmer agree this is a grand slam off Steve Harris. First of the career for Posada. Yanks up 6-0, adding more. Yanks up 9-0. Tino Martinez starts the merry-go-round. 3 runs will score. Martinez 3 for 4, drove in 4, and the Yanks roll 16-5 is your final. Said Posada of his grand slam, quote, "Thought in my career I'd never get one. Even minor leagues, I don't think I ever had one." Derek Jeter, his first 2 ribs of the season, stripes into a 6-game losing streak to Toronto. Blue Jays home opener in Toronto. Buck Martinez with just taking a temporary leave from baseball tonight to coach in this game. D-Rays Blue Jays, Gerald Williams, shot, Alex Gonzalez. Good glove man, good hose. Gerald Williams, you're out of first. Take another look, same thing, only slower. Gonzalez, a P, and the kind hop off the turf. Bottom 6 row, Mondesi rips the Paul Wilson offering out of the ballpark, the largest crowd for an opener in Toronto since '95, 48K plus. They're pleased because the Jays win 8-1. Joey Hamilton, a no decision in his first start against the D-Rays, gets the win this time. His 2-game totals, 11 innings, 2 runs. The D-Rays 1-6 start is the worst in their very short franchise history. They lead the Bigs with 12 errors. 2 more Monday led to 5 unearned runs. So the NHL playoffs start. Top 6, Chris Carpenter gets Greg Vaughn looking. Carpenter, Fred McGriff, miss. Carpenter 1 earned run, struck out 5 in 7 innings. Top of the 9th, Billy Koch on to try and save it for him. And Koch's first pitch to McGriff, he didn't miss that one. I guess if you only see one, you picked out the good one. McGriff's first, 418th of his career. We're tied at 2. Bottom 10, former driller Tanyan Sturtz, Jose Cruz Jr. Let's eat. The post-game buffet is now open. Deviled eggs for everybody. Blue Jays leading 16th home run there in the American League. Toronto wins at 3-2 in 10. Tony Batista also went deep. Jays have 7 wins. The Rays have 7 losses. You know, some baseball stats are just cooler than others. Top 6 with the bases chucked. Ben Grieve breaks an 0-for-14 slump. Gets Russ Johnson home. Gets Greg Vaughn home. We're tied at 3. Bottom of the 8th. Still tied, 2 outs. Esteban Yan to Brad Fulmer. That was not a great pitch. That is great defense by Jose Guillen. We're tied at 3 going to the 9th. Guillen on second. Billy Koch against John Flaherty. Building drama there. Yeah, that's good. Flaherty. That's a gapper to right center. Where are the baggies these days? Guillen scores. Koch blew a save on Tuesday. Blows one here. Devil Rays win it 4-3. Win for the first time since opening day, snapping a 7-game losing streak. Parade in Tampa will be at 3 o'clock. Ryan Roop tagged for 8 earned and 3 2/3 in his first start. Gave up 2 earned runs in 5+ on Wednesday. Said Koch touched for a run of the 9th, 2nd straight day.
Chicken Little, a liar. The sky was falling at SkyDome Thursday. Pieces of siding and insulation fell from the roof at Toronto SkyDome. It happened when the retractable roof was being opened and 2 large panels collided, as you see. Thankfully, none of the falling debris struck anybody. Some Kansas City players were on the field at the time. Not to take any chances before they check out why.
Royals-Jays game off is scheduled. 3rd inning, 1-1. They're loaded for Brad Fulmer. They can't turn the 6-4-3. Agon scores. Blue Jays up 2-1. 6th inning, Mark Quinn facing Chris Mihalik. Nabbed by Mihalik. He allowed just 1 run on 3 hits in 6 innings. He struck out 5. 9th inning now, Billy Koch facing Mike Sweeney. Focused, 2 outs. To shallow center, Chris Woodward. I got it. I got it. I don't got it. Sweeney is in there at 2nd. Next batter, Joe Randa. Foul territory, Carlos Delgado, and this one is over. Blue Jays hold on 2-1. Koch gets his third save in 4 opportunities. Chris Mahalik was supposed to start in Thursday's postponed game, but took advantage of the extra day of rest to combine with 3 relievers on a 4-hitter. Brad Fulmer drove in both Toronto runs. Jays have won 7 of their last 8. Jays at SkyDome, top 2. This is Carlos Delgado, and that's a home run. Lifts the Max Suzuki pitch deep to right, a solo shot. 1-0 Blue Jays. Delgado's 6th of the season. That is tops in the American League. Top 9, Royals up 3-1. Mike Sweeney, solo shot. Now it's 4-1 Kansas City. Sweeney's 2nd of the season. Bottom 9, here comes Roberto Hernandez trying to close with a 3-run lead after he issued 2 walks. Shannon Stewart knocks one into left center. They're going to wave Darren Fletcher. Now the Blue Jays are within 2. 2 batters later, 2 out. Jays down only 4-3. Raul Mondesi to left. Stewart comes in. We're tied at 4. Mondesi 3 for 5 with an RBI Saturday. Next batter is Delgado. He takes. There goes Mondesi. He steals second, so now the winning run is in scoring position. 2 pitches later. Delgado broken bat. Carlos Beltran. No. Mondesi scores. Blue Jays win 5-4, and Frank White is stunned. The Royals off to a 2-9 start. Skipper Tony Muser said afterward, 1 week doesn't make a season, but pretty soon you bury yourself.
Oh, Mike Sweeney's just left the building. 4-0 Royals. Sweeney's 3rd on the year, 3rd of the series. Bottom 6, 4-1 Royals. Carlos Delgado comes calling against Blake Stein. Blake Stein's money. Delgado with a bomb, 7th on the year, leading the American League. Jays cut the lead to 4-2. Bottom 9, same score, Roberto Hernandez. It's always an adventure. Facing Alex Gonzalez, KC stops its 5-game losing streak. The Royals win this one by the final of 4-2. Hernandez, who coughed up 4 runs in Saturday's loss to Toronto, got the save Sunday. The Jays' Darren Fletcher called Hernandez effectively wild. Royals end their 5-game losing skid, but would need to go 10-3 the rest of the month to claim their first winning April since 1989.
Yankees and Blue Jays playing baseball. Esteban Wise looking for a 2nd win against the world champs this season. Top 2nd, 2-zip Yanks. The number 8 hitter, Scott Brocious, comes through. Extends his hitting streak to 14 games. Alfonso Soriano scores. It's 3-zip Yankees. Bottom 3rd, Jays trailed 3-2. Randy Kiesler from the windup with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Runner coming. Raul Mondesi is in with a swipe of home. First time a Blue Jay has ever stolen home. We look at it again, and Kiesler just a little careless, and Mondesi busting it down the line. It's the 2nd time he's swiped home. Did it once as a Dodger. Top 9, Yanks trail 6-5. Carlos Delgado is there to spear it from Paul O'Neill. The Jays hold on to win it 6-5. They have now taken 3 of 4 from the Yanks this season. Loaiza improves to 3-0. Play the Yankees on Wednesday. El Duque on the mound. Bottom 2nd, we're scoreless. Jose Cruz Jr. makes it unscoreless. I think that's a word, isn't it? Unscoreless?
It is
absolutely,
now.
yeah. Cruz Jr.'s 5th, 1-zip Toronto. 2 batters later, Brad Fulmer on 1st. Tony Batista has a funky-looking stance, but he hits balls really far. That was the 12th pitch of an at-bat. Batista wins his 4th homer. 3-0 Blue Jays. Zim can't stand to watch. Top 5, Yanks down 5-1. Chris Mahalik against Alfonso Soriano, and Shannon Stewart's out there playing baseball in the outfield. Guy was 2 for 5. He's hitting .403, and he has a glove. Toronto beats New York 7-2. Mahalik makes his 3rd career start, and he's now 3-0. 2 W's over the Yanks, who lose their 4th in a row. The Jays have won the first 6 series of the season. That is the first in the team's 25-year history. First start at SkyDome since leaving the Blue Jays. 3rd inning with the bases. Chuck. Jose Cruz Jr. delivers. Clay Bellinger can't cut it off. 1-run scores, 2-run scores, 3-run scores. And Cruz runs 270 feet for the triple. We're tied at 3. The Jays get 5 in the inning. Top 5th. 1 out, 1 on. David Justice. He was 3 for 7. His 3rd homer of the year ties it at 5. Bottom of the 9th. Runners on the corners. Mike Stanton intentionally walks Raul Mondesi, who was 1 for 7, bringing up Carlos Delgado. Stanton, and he gets Delgado swinging. Delgado 1 for 7, 3 whiffs. Cruz Jr. also struck out 3 times. That's 2 outs. The next batter, Brad Fulmer. Grounder to 2nd. Alfonso Soriano handles it. We're still tied at 5. Bottom 12, 2 runners in scoring position. Jeff Fry up the middle, off Brian Boehringer. Derek Jeter makes the play in the throw. Jeter would later rub Don Zimmer's head and stomach and get a base hit. Top 14th, 1 on, 2 out. Chuck Knobloch, little chopper, and there's Delgado. Nice backhand play, flips to Bob File. Good with the glove there. Let's go to the 16th. They're still playing baseball. No clock in baseball. Soriano lines right to Delgado. Let's step on first. It's double play and go to the home half of the 16th, where the Jays load the bases, but Randy choked with Brad Fulmer swinging. Jays leave the bases loaded. They stranded 16 guys in 17 innings. Top 17 runners on first and second. Paul O'Neill shoots one through the left side. Chuck Knobloch, he's digging hard for home. O'Neill, 9 at-bats, 4 knocks in that one. The go-ahead run makes it 6-5. Bottom of the 17th. 1 on, 1 out. Ramiro Mendoza in to save it for Choate. Jeff Fry. 6-4-3 double play. Fry finished 1 for 8. The Yanks win it 6-5. There are just 130 official at-bats in this thing. 529 pitches, 35 base hits. The Yanks pen does the job. 11 innings pitched, 6 hits, 0 runs. Their losing streak is over at 4. As for the Jays, 5 in the third, and then they had 14 scoreless innings.
Boys didn't hit the rack until 5 a.m. Central, thanks to those Yankees. Top 1 no score. You couldn't tell it by looking at Raul Mondesi. He takes Matt Suzuki deep to left, and then Carlos Delgado to center. Back-to-back Jags. Delgado 3 for 4 RBI, his 8th home run of the season. Top of the 7th, bases full of Jays. Mondesi. Tony Logan the victim this time. Mondesi 3 for 5. He's batting .257, his 3rd career grand slam. Next batter, Delgado. Crushes it to right. Delgado, his 25th career multi-homer game, but he was not done. Top 9. A shot to center that wants to take a bath. Delgado, and the Jays win 12-4. Delgado leads the American League with 10 home runs, tying the Blue Jays' record for homers in the month of April, and we still have 10 days left. His long ball mate Mondesi drove in 5 at
Place Blue Jays, and we'll take this down to extra innings to start things off, and Blake Stein hitting Carlos Delgado on an 0-2 count, loads the bases loaded, 2 outs. Oh no. Brad Fulmer drives this grand slam. Brad Fulmer is 3rd of his career, 1st home run of this season. Jason, let's break it down.
Now take a look at this. We're going to show in the split screen. Blake Stein throws exactly the same pitch, back-to-back pitches. Brad Fulmer fouls off the first, and the second one is a grand slam.
Here in the 4th,
adjustment.
It is bases loaded, 1 out. Joe Randa came into the game hitting like 164. Drills that though. One will score. 2 runs will score. Getting it done. Veteran loosened up, ready to go. Royals make it a 4-2 game. John Frescatore in the 6th against Mike Sweeney. Sweeney in a terrible slump to start the year, but drills that onto the grass. Big man ready to hit. It's a 4-3 game. Joe Randa ready to go indeed. Another blast. That's going to go. Randa's 2nd of the year. Royals tie the game at 4. In the 11th, Jose Santiago is on the hill. Look out! Right off his temple. And caught, oddly enough. Luis Alicea makes the catch. Take another look at this. Santiago would be all right. Got a cut on his head. It hurts. He's human. But basically, they don't expect any further damage. But a scary moment.
And if you look at the location of the pitch to Fulmer, it's the same location as the grand slam.
Here in the 13th inning with a man on, Joe Randa ends the game. Jermaine Dye will score. Mark Quinn has been hitting well. Jermaine Dye has been hitting well. But you've got the guys who have been cold, and Sweeney with a home run, and Joe Randa 4 for 6 in the
City. The Royals and Blue Jays. It's Mike Sweeney off Kelv Escobar. 5th homer this season. Royals would win this one 5-1. All 5 of Sweeney's home runs have come against Toronto pitching. Dan Reichert allowed 1 unearned run and lowered his ERA to 2.73. His 1 loss this season, a 1-0 final against the Yankees' Mike Mussina in the 3rd game of the season. Kansas City has homered in 15 consecutive games. The Major League record is 25 by 3 teams, last done by the 1998 Braves.
Down 3-2, but not anymore. Raul Mondesi unloads on Doug Davis. 5th home of the season. Jays now lead 4-3. Top of the 6th, Rangers have runners on the corners with 1 out. It's Rafael Palmeiro at the plate. Palmeiro, base hit. Rusty Greer, come on down. A-Rod trying to go from 1st to 3rd, but Mondesi tells him those who are late Do not get fruit cup. What a hose. We're tied at 4. Bottom of the 7th, runner on third, 1 out. And it is the Raul Mondesi show. Up the middle off of Pat Mahomes. Shannon Stewart scores. It's 5-4 Jays. It's 7-4 top of the 9th. Billy Conchon to close it. Pudge Rodriguez with 3 homers in his last 3 games make that 4-4. Oh, he hate me. Way out of there. Woo! Koch would settle down, though. That would rattle you, though. 7-5, Ruben Mateo swinging to end it. And the Jays hold on to win it 7-5. Mondesi drove in 3. Jose Cruz Jr. extended his hitting streak to an American League season-high 17 games.
Fulmer, not scared of heights, loves hanging curveballs. Doesn't everybody? 3-run home run, Fulmer's second, 4-0 Toronto. It was 5-4 Texas, bottom 6 runner on second, 1 out. Jose Cruz Jr. just reaching out. This guy knows how to hit, right? I mean, he didn't even like the pitch, but he made something out of it. 2 hits, he's hitting .355. He ties his career high with his 18-game hitting streak, and we're tied at 5. Bottom 8 still tied 1 on 1 out. Cruz Jr. up the middle off of Rogers. Raul Mondesi, check this out, gets in Randy Velarde's way. The ball gets by Velarde. Mondesi goes to third, so okay. Vote at home. Was it base runner's interference? Take another look in case you blinked. Mondesi never touches Velarde as he runs in the base path, running right in front of Velarde. Rogers, meanwhile, testing out his hand, and he decides he can continue. Okay. You think so, Kenny? Fulmer grounds it to the hole. Alex Rodriguez gets to it, but cannot make the play. Tough play, though. 4 RBI for Fulmer. Mondesi scores. Rogers taken out. Toronto adds 2 more, 8-5 the final. A-Rod's hit streak ends at 12. For the 12th time in 21 games.
Angels and Blue Jays at SkyDome. Bottom first, Brad Fulmer up, 2 men on. And Fulmer finds the hole. 22 RBIs for Fulmer. He finished with 4 hits. Jays up 2 goose. Bottom 7, it's 7-2. Jose Cruz Jr. is hot. He is humid. He takes Ryan Pote and sticks him into the second deck. Cruz extends his hitting streak to 19 games. 2 batters later, Tony Batista. A lot of baseballs in the upper deck at SkyDome. Batista's 6th of the year. The Jays go on to win this one. 12-4 is the final. Cruz on that 19-game hitting streak. That is the longest in baseball this season. Esteban Loaiza picks up the win. He hasn't given up more than 3 runs.
Red Sox losing. The Blue Jays can take over first in the AL East. Bottom of the first, Carlos Delgado rips a shot into right field, scoring Shannon Stewart. Tim Salmon's throw sails over Benji Molina's head, allowing Delgado to go to third. Blue Jays lead 1-0 on Delgado's only hit of the game. Top of the 4th, bases loaded for Benji Gill facing Chris Mahalik. Gill bloops one down the right field line, scoring 2 runs. Gill 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, making up for 2 errors. Bottom of the 5th, Alex Gonzalez at bat with runners at first and second. Troy Gloss makes a sweet stop to start the 5-4-3 double play. Angels turn 2 DPs in the game. Bottom of the 8th, Ramon Ortiz cruising, goes over to cover the bag at first, but sprains his right ankle. He would leave the game after a strong performance. 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 Ks, 1 earned run, 1 walk. Jose Cruz Jr. had a 19-game hitting streak coming into Saturday. Bottom 9, last chance for a hit, but he flies out to Garrett Anderson in center. Streak is over. He went 0 for 4. Angels win it 4-1. So the Toronto Blue Jays still in second in the AL East, a half game behind the Boston Red Sox.
Angels at the Blue Jays. Carlos Delgado bobblehead doll day at the SkyDome. Steve Parrish.
Well, people always say, how does this move work? First and third box move, they get Benji Gill. But if you're the runner at first base and you're stealing, as soon as he lifts the leg, that's your key. So you take off. Benji Gill starts to go, and he realizes it's the first and third move. It's a balk, but they never call it. So anyway, Benji Gill's going to be tagged out here, and it ends up running the Angels out of an inning.
You know, we have marveled at Carlos Delgado at the plate for years, and he has worked so hard to become a really good first baseman with plays like that.
Really has. It's getting to the point where people forget he even was a catcher. You know that? Man.
You can set your watch by it. Once a year, Jeff French Fry goes deep. The pinch hit home run. Breaks up a scoreless duel in the bottom of the 7th. His last homer was July of last year. Ends an 0 for 16 slump, but it's a 1-0 Toronto lead, and now deja vu all over again.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Palmeiro here. He got himself in a rundown. He's looking for somebody, but the 8th inning, they're down 1 run, run themselves out of the inning again.
Hasagawa in relief. It's Fry staying in the game with a 1-1 pitch to right center, scoring Brad Fulmer. And, you know, I still got to get used to Uncle Bucky without the mustache. Hey, I get used to Uncle Bucky managing well. Bobblehead.
Carlos says, my heart's pumping for that mustache, too.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever known Buck without the mustache. But I tell you what, Blue Jays, only the second time this year they scored 2 or less runs and won the game. Of course, under win with no runs. They beat the Angels by the count of 2-0.
The top of the second, we're scoreless. Mike Sweeney facing Joey Hamilton with a runner on second. Drives one to the gap. They've conveniently labeled the gap for you in Toronto. Jermaine Dye comes in to score. It's 1-0 Royals on Sweeney's RBI double. Now, bottom of the fourth, Tony Batista facing Jeff Supan. Runner on second. Toronto down 2-0. Batista changes all that with one swing of the bat. 7th homer of the season. We are all even at 2. Top of the fifth now, 3-2 Royals. It is Sweeney again off Hamilton, and this time gone. Solo homer, his 6th homer of the season. All of them against Toronto. It's 4-2 Royals. Now, bottom of the 6th, still 4-2. Supan gets Raul Mondesi and then gets Batista. Supan went 7 1/3, giving up 3 runs on 8 hits, striking out 6. Bottom of the 9th now, 6-3 Royals. Shannon Stewart up there facing Roberto Hernandez, and that is your ball game. Royals take it 6-3. Supan, who was winless